Have you guys heard for your mic to work, you should unmute it? I have. But anyway, welcome to today's podcast. There's a charity goals. And yeah. Tonight's won the cup. Yay. What being well with for cup or for cap. Yes, substitute on Patreon. But so it's another year of an asterisk cup. This decade has had no legitimate Stanley Cup champions so far. A little messy here, sorry about that. Not used to streaming this early on a Monday. But yeah. It's my grandpa's birthday, so I thought I would see him for a few minutes before the day was over. So that's why Alexa, turn off couch. Much better. That's why we're live now. But yeah, hmm. I'm gonna get free money for Roblox. I'm definitely gonna take it to Robux. Because apparently someone sued him for saying that for not refunding Robux spot if an item got moderated. But anyways, servicing more for the Trevor project, as you can see, and we'll be doing that until July 15th now. So we're gonna go a little past Pride Month into July 15th. What's my Wild Bandit logo not on? Do we even have one on this screen? Anyways, while I get this set up, I'm going to Kings Island with my dad on Thursday, so that's why we're taking the day off Thursday. Fast forward for race in 30 minutes. Window capture. And um yeah, worry about it. Here we are for highlights in 30 minutes. What a race. Beautiful
Let's
race.
go! Herder lights it up, Newgarden pulls out. Here comes Palou on the inside.
Watching Palou and Award in row 2 there, side by side. Palou will have the advantage. Does Award try to hang on and ride the outside?
He told Kevin Lee, I just got to hang in there. I just got to hang in there. There's
Kirkwood.
a spinner. Kirkwood around.
No grip on the outside of turn
Kirkwood
1, and
waited.
Kirkwood just learned that lesson.
They're going to leave it green for now. Let some of this
No,
racing play
bye.
out. Lots of side-by-side action. We've heard the drivers talk about how bad it is offline. Let's see what happens with this huge draft down to turn 5. That's Santino Ferrucci, I think, getting forced off the track.
He was looking to make a move
I don't know why we
on
let you green for so
Felix
long.
Rosenquist, I believe, or was that Pato Award? That was Pato Award that got shuffled all the way back to 6.
And how about Devlin DeFrancesco?
That's got to
moving
put
his way up
the
there in
NYCG
that blue
team
and
on the
pink
track
car.
to
Nice
refire
work
Kyle
from the young
Kirkwood
Canadian.
at that
Kyle
point.
Kirkwood desperately wants that yellow to come out to try to get refired and stay on the lead lap. But right now it's all racing down into turn 8.
And this is good news for Alexander Rossi. He has what I think might be the fastest car this weekend. He
He had
got
a bunch of
unlucky in
reveals, so it
qualifying.
really
His
doesn't
teammates
benefit
now behind
anyone
him,
to
and
allow
his team can help
racing
him
to go
forward
on.
as Roman Grosjean's also starting to push. This is cool. Road America's long enough that the AMR safety team might be able to refile Kirkwood before the field comes around, but they need to hurry.
And you may have seen in the background at turn 6, David Malukas going off there in the background. Now the full course caution flies.
Oh, it was close.
That is silly
There
to
goes
wait
Kirkwood.
so long to
But good
throw a full
decision
course
for
caution, in
IndyCar.
my
You can't
opinion.
leave the safety officials there if you think it's going to be on the margin. For Kyle Kirkwood,
I mean, they should just front it as
this is
soon
what
as he
happened
went
on
off.
board.
So you got Joseph Newgard there to your right. He's got
No.
clean air in front of him, but you know that the outside is a little bit slick. Oh, he gets into the back of Pato Award. That's why Pato lost so many spots and just spun as soon as he
Just a
got
race
offline. So just
incident
a little bit of a misjudgment there on the brakes from Kyle Kirkwood. Pato did a good job to hang on to it.
Really good job. Unfortunate for Pato. He was being conservative, just riding his way through. And for Kyle Kirkwood, he's entering a big void
You know
of
why
dirty
that
air
was such
and
a
just
long
got in
delay
too
for the
deep
caution.
as Michael's got to shake his hand. And look at Santino Ferrucci with Pato. This could be under review. You cannot move in reaction to a car pursuing and making a move from behind.
Yeah, you saw the orange and black car, Pato Award pushing that black car off of Santino Ferrucci. 3 wide into turn
Ohio's
6.
next.
We saw that was Scott McLaughlin that's kind of started that, but then Benjamin Peterson getting forced out onto the grass there. That's too bad. He had a great qualifying
So yeah,
performance. That's a
like I
tough
said,
race.
it's my grandpa's birthday a little bit later on today, so
You
that's
go
why
the
we started
into pit lane.
Look at this.
about
See all these cars
2
coming?
hours earlier.
Gosh,
We
I
don't
think
really do.
you see that if you're Kirkwood.
By this my normal time,
really might
unless
consider
our
staying
voice
out, but
noted,
Brian
like
Hurtis
today,
made the call.
tomorrow,
He's won a
Wednesday,
lot of races
excuse me,
on
Saturday.
strategy, and it's getting crazy
So
on
5
pit lane as they break
Friday's
for the
gonna be
line.
really normal time.
Kevin Lee.
So we'll spot him as we see him coming in. Easy call as mentioned. If you're in the back, I see Felix Rosenquist coming in. Scott Dixon, Roman Grosjean are coming toward us. Will Power as well. These are quick cars. Remember that Scott Dixon car, massive crash. Kyle Kirkwood in the spin. We see coming in, as Brian Hurtis said, we want to get rid of these alternates. Felix Rosenquist is the first off pit road. Everyone is on primary Firestones and top off, so we've got an extra strategy involved in play now.
Look at this mad scramble off pit road, and that involves Ryan Hunter-Reay. Colton Herter in the
Don't
Gunbridge Honda at the
understand.
front. Look at Marcus Ericsson and Devlin DeFrancesco.
I started to understand why they
just
can't get me out of my car.
So that was a move into the final corner. But guys, look at
Oh,
Marcus
Ed Carpenter
Armstrong. We hadn't
racing
talked
there.
about him, up from
Massive
8th to
foul.
3rd. Now he's all over the back of his teammate Alex Palou in the white and blue car. You see the green car of Armstrong to the outside. What a run!
Yeah, Palou's not letting him get through that easily. Newgarden and then Rossi. Devlin DeFrancesco really doing
I wonder
well
if
here today.
it's looking
Qualified
this.
12th, moved up to 8th before that.
It's a
yellow.
preview of what we'll see next year in Mid-Ohio, because we're repaving Mid-Ohio
That is a pass
in the
for
off-season.
5th or 6th.
And now Pato Award's making a move on his teammate. So Pato Award ahead of Rossi, now down to 7th. As car 7, you can see him pop out there in the blue and orange car, trying to get him back
honestly, I
into
think
turn
we should
5.
tape it
Wait on
after
the
the
brakes.
truck race, right?
Pulls
It's
the
a
move
week
off.
after
Not
Mid-Ohio
for long.
IndyCar
Let's see if
race.
Award tries to cross him up. He tries, but he had to check up before he got into the back of his teammate.
I
All the
don't
way
even know if you
back,
can do
see
it
two
repaved
wide
in
with
Ohio
Scott
winters.
Dixon approaching treacherous turn 6 right here.
Scott Dixon, Roman Grosjean, and Will Power. These guys have all had issues together
Like-
so far this weekend.
Remember, Will Power said yesterday Romain Grosjean needs a punch in the face for something that went
Ah,
down.
Will,
and
it's a grumpy
Grosjean
little man
knows that.
sometimes.
They almost come together.
That's going to let Scott Dixon, go by. There he is in that blue and orange PNC Bank machine.
Those 3 cars together could have been disastrous.
Got to be careful. Very little grip offline. If
because,
you get just an inch over too far to the left,
all 3 of them had a little
already. You are in the
high
kerfuffles,
and they had separate kerfuffles.
Great run.
He doesn't say kerfuffle because just Judy says it.
And look at the benefit here.
Yeah, a little bit of a lift from Scott
excuse
Dixon.
me.
But outside is tough to pull off in the Canada corner.
This is where they crashed yesterday and crashed hard. Dixon and Power. Big miscommunication. Dixon came across his bow. No contact that time.
Hey guys, message from race control. Pato O'Ward has to give up 2 positions for the initial start and his conduct on that start.
With Santino Ferrucci.
Look at Lundgaard chasing Joseph Newgarden up the front
That's
straightaway.
Lundgaard
Just
give up 2 spots.
Impressive.
IndyCar race control is really bizarre at times. No, if you're avid watcher of these streams, you know,
season for them. Huge struggles at the Indy 500, but on the smooth road courses like
how
the Indianapolis Grand Prix circuit,
much I
Road America, Lundgaard strong and strongly on the button with his left thumb on push to pass.
Yeah, now that the push to pass is active, he's going to try to go the long way. It's not likely to work. Joseph Newgarden elbows out, pushes him off the track completely.
Hip check into the glass.
That should have been a penalty.
Alexander Rossi goes by Christian Lundgaard, and now he's under threat from Devlin DiFrancesco.
It's hard racing and it is forcing people off the track, which you saw how bumpy the grass is.
Still running, no damage seemingly to his race car.
So yeah,
there it is.
I'm for hard racing, but forcing people off the track, it's not hard racing. It's racing, despite wanting to the track. If you have to force one off the track.
I wonder if he had any help getting there. Look at this little cross-up move from Simon Pagenaud making a move.
Oh,
Rosenquist was fresh from a podium.
I hate when people force drivers off the track because
Rinus VeeKay there in that blue and white.
It's dangerous. It's a reason it's a penalty for Formula 1.
Scott Dixon right behind him. Let's take a look again at Felix Rosenquist.
Because it's dangerous.
Inside. Boom.
Yeah, that's an easy call for race control.
There's the help you were talking about.
Now, if you're an official, you're going to watch this and say, did Rosenquist block? I don't think I saw anything to suggest that. No, that's just VeeKay forcing it. That should be an easy, avoidable contact penalty.
This is Romain Grosjean, the Delaware.
Grosjean went into the
that
kitty
looks like
litter.
turn 3 again. I wonder if
Some people
there
call
was
this
help
kitty,
once again.
this type of car
is
kitty
stalled.
litter.
I can tell by the body language, the visor's up,
Because
it kind
of
of
just looks
steering
like kitty
wheel,
litter.
and an
When you look at
already
it closely.
challenging weekend for Romain Grosjean goes straight into the sandbox.
It
lap
is
12. This puts,
slow down
puts us
cars
right
so
in the pit
brakes
road.
aren't as bad.
Oh, he dropped
just
his
lost
left
on his
rear right into the grass on approach.
Hit the grass and then, you know,
Nobody else around.
literally no traction. Little to no traction over grass. But hey, I like that.
So we saw that out of a
gravel,
couple drivers throughout
trap,
practice.
or sand trap, whatever
Just
it
trying
is.
to use every inch of the
Gravel.
track limits.
There, especially since it slows you down way before you
Telling
hit
you
the
about
wall.
Scott McLaughlin on the move.
That way they
This
can
is
just
Scotty
dig
Mack
you
on
out
Santino
and
Ferrucci getting a little physical.
you can get back
He
to
pulled it off
racing.
eventually, but this is what we're seeing here is the Reds versus the Blacks.
Reds had incredible fall off,
Giving him a
which
little
you
wave
have
on the way
to
by Scotty Mack.
you have to
But
run
this is
at
what a
least
lot of
one
teams would have been
stint
paying
on
attention to. But
Reds.
now the pits are open, and the 26 is in the pits, Dylan.
Yeah, everybody trying to get in before a potential yellow here. Colton Herta, race leader, going to hit his box first at the entry to pit road. Not said too much about the balance of the race car. They take blacks off, put another set of sticker primary
Check second middle high, which I'll be at. I'll vlog from. And tomorrow I'll be working on my Indy 500
that was on
vlog.
primaries, but helps those that were on alternates that were ready to come in. We watch Alex Palou, who has the pit out, the most advantageous
Well, so
pit
recently
section
with
coming
Trevor
in.
project.
He's going to another set of primaries. Those are red rims, but they're still primaries. Herta's going to win the race off pit road. Marcus Armstrong in a drag race with Joseph Newgarden.
Then later on, we'll talk about
have
Herta's
that
pit
spot. Alexander
strategy.
Rossi comes out fifth.
How Andretti Ferrari
And the
crap
caution
out
flies,
this race.
second one today.
Kind of surprised that I'm not seeing a lot of red tires go on, as there's been an issue again for Kyle Kirkwood on pit lane.
Just take your time
But you,
here, guys.
like I said, you do have to run it, so that's why he said he was
Wonder if he
he
missed
was
his
surprised
pit
that
box.
it's a lot of red.
Get the starter.
Because you can start off,
Contact, maybe?
you're not locked into
Cars
the
are a
tire.
weird
As far as
spot.
that works,
Yeah,
you're not
we
locked
just
into
go
the tire
past it,
set
though.
from
Or
qualifying.
maybe somebody else was pulling out. That's
have to
Alexander
look that up,
Rossi in a box
but-
just behind him.
Oh,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure you can start.
Oh, Rinus VeeKay again.
That was clear for release. I'm
Check
pretty sure
this
you can
close
start
call.
on whatever
This is
tire.
Marcus Armstrong. He was fighting
I'm
with
out.
Joseph Newgarden.
And that was never
that
clear
was
unsafe
Simon
release.
Pagenaud.
That could be an unsafe release call.
Yeah.
That could definitely be an unsafe release call. So could Rinus VK get
I don't
called
know
for
why he
unsafe
only lost
release.
these
Oh
spots.
boy, that
He
could
should have
undo
had a
Marcus
driver penalty
Armstrong's
for
race
that.
big time. We will wait and see.
Even a 10-second
Right,
stop
get ready,
go.
let's go. We're going to go racing again.
Green.
Marcus Ericsson
It's a
there
ruined
leading
Simon's
racing in that
race.
red and white Husky Honda. Who's off track? It's
Jack
Harvey.
Me.
Oh, wow.
And that
He
was
can do there
probably the
because he knows
easiest
if
caution
he
call
stops,
race
he's
control
dead
had
in
all
the
day.
water. So he's trying to stay in the throttle, but he could not get it turned as the cautions wave once again. You know what I'm saying? Harvey's thinking, I'm in the kitty litter. I gotta lean into it and see if I can
I like it when they call it
rotate the
kitty
car on
litter.
the throttle. And once he decided it wasn't working,
My cat is
it
currently
was too
sleeping
late.
over there, so I don't think he'll be part of the podcast.
How far he made it in. Yeah, you see he's got the engine running, but he is buried. So let's ride on board here. Listen.
See, honestly, if I was on the radio, on the booth, I'm like,
Wow.
suck Jack. That's not
Just, man,
getting
once you got
gravel
offline there,
in critical
There was a
engine
little
parts.
bit of contact with
Wait
the
for
car ahead.
AMR.
And from that point on, Jack Harvey in the My Jack Honda was
It was such a slight little boop, but he was
penalty's coming.
buried.
Yeah, this is Rinus VK. Unsafe release. Kyle Kirkwood had to take evasive action. And he's not the only one to get an unsafe release penalty on pit road. Marcus Armstrong got one as well. That was a close call. Here is the Armstrong one involving Simon Pagenaud. Pagenaud hits the skids as hard as he could to avoid the Ridgeline Lubricants Honda.
So Armstrong was given a one-position penalty. He gave up that spot to Alexander Rossi, so he
So
still runs
stupid.
fifth.
Let's get
How
back
does
to
that
it.
help
Green
Simon?
flag flies here
He
at
should have
Road
had goods
America,
for back
and
in the
watch
field.
that bright green vivid car of Christian Lundgaard. He's incensed
You know what?
that
Screw it. I'm
Newgarden
going
didn't
to
get a
rate
penalty.
about
He's on
race
the
control.
attack.
That was a
He's on the
bullshit
attack
penalty.
for the other green car of Marcus Armstrong.
He should
You
have
see them
gone to the
weaving
back
down the
of the
straightaway,
pack
trying to
or
break the
drive for the
draft.
penalty
Marcus
when we
Armstrong's going to
went
have a
green.
run here on Alexander Rossi, and
It
in turn
ruined
one,
Simon's
not late
race.
enough on the brakes to make it happen.
I thought we were going to see a Talladega bump draft with the two of them going past Alexander Rossi in fourth, but no, Lundgaard backs off now. Lundgaard has a challenge coming from Pato Award.
Losing
in the
one
other
spot
orange
does
Arrow
not
McLaren.
hurt.
Two super talented young
Just with how well
drivers
draft
who
was
came from the
working
world of
at
Formula
Red
2
America,
in
which is what I
Europe,
love.
and they have made their home very
These draft
effectively
looks really
here
well
in the
with these body
NTT IndyCar
kits.
Series.
Oh, here comes Armstrong. Pops out on Rossi. Who's going
But-
deeper on the brakes?
Armstrong's
How
got
does that
it in
punish
that
Armstrong when he gets the
Ridgeline
spot
Lubricants
right
car.
back?
Rossi with the switchback couldn't do it.
What a joke,
And here
man.
goes Devlin DiFrancesco by Marcus Ericsson. So the guy's got red
Oh,
tires.
look, what a
Santino
joke,
Ferrucci now on
dude.
the inside of 6. No grip on the outside. That's another spot to Scott Dixon. He's lost now, being challenged by Pagenaud.
Oh,
Contact.
Pagenaud and Ericsson come together.
Wonder if that right rear got cut down by the wing contact. It
I don't
looks
know
like
how
it's intact.
Ericsson didn't get a penalty there.
Up.
Big block there. Benjamin Peterson got in the way of Stingray Robb to prevent that move.
I don't think it was a block as much as an offensive move against Pagenaud. Great driving from Benjamin Peterson, late on the brakes, and Stingray Robb head up to not get into the back of the 55. And now Alexander Rossi firing back on Marcus Armstrong.
Go
He's got
back
the
real
draft
quick.
off Newgarden.
Well, he thought about it on the inside on the previous lap, so he decided to go the
Move against
of Stingray.
Up. Cut down by the wing.
Pagenaud.
Oh,
Contact.
Pagenaud.
Outside, that's another spot to Scott Dixon. He's lost now, being challenged by Pagenaud.
I don't know
Oh,
how that
Pagenaud
was
and
avoidable
Ericsson come
contact for
together.
Ericsson.
Wonder if that right rear got cut down by the.
Big block there.
But, you know, it is
Benjamin
what it
Peterson
is.
got in the way of Stingray Robb to prevent that move.
Like,
I
any
don't
car
think it
has
was a
some
block
really,
as much
really,
as an offensive move
really bad
against
race
Pagenaud.
control.
Great
They need
driving
to
from Benjamin Peterson
fix that
late
in
on the brakes and
2024
Stingray Robb head up to not get into the
or
back
hell,
of the 55.
even Mid-Ohio.
And now Alexander Rossi
Like,
firing
race
back on
control
Marcus Armstrong. He's got the draft off
sucks.
Newgarden.
And
Well, he thought about it on the inside on the previous lap, so he decided to go the outside that time. Here comes Alexander Rossi. Beautiful move, and now defends into turn 3.
That was a great experienced call from Alexander Rossi.
So-
Marcus Armstrong going to defend, got himself out of the draft. Alex said, thank you very much. I'll sit here on the back of Joseph Newgarden.
Here comes a very feisty Pato Award drafting up on Armstrong. Armstrong has a draft on Rossi. How's this going to play out?
Tucks back in, and now Award thinks about it on the inside of Armstrong.
Meanwhile-
Speaking of Palou, Newgarden grabs second and contact with the championship leader.
Wow, I did not see that run coming. Great save, though, from Alex Palou in that blue and white car, and second on your screen there, the number 10.
Newgarden throwing picks and blocks and shoulders and elbows like he plays offensive line.
And now here's his young charge. Wheel to wheel with Rossi.
Yeah, you got to back out of that one, but now he's got to defend from
I
Pato
find
Award.
with
He's
slight
got there.
contact any car, as
that
long
was
as you
there.
don't force someone off the track like many drivers did and not get penalized for it.
How about Christian Lundgaard taking advantage? How quickly?
Because these cars are tough, so we can take a little beat of banging, but as long as you're doing it on the track and not too hard.
And all this battling means drivers are using their push to pass. You see it in the pylon there, the seconds remaining. 200 is what you started with, and the guy that's smiling right now is Colton Herta. He's not had to use it at all to defend, but as all these cars behind him race each other, they're burning that push to pass, and that's going to be a huge advantage for the 26 leader in this race.
Tell you what, though, Joseph Newgarden's catching him. He was posting more than a 2-second
I guess they're
lead.
picking on a
That's
caution.
down to 1.3 now. Here comes the PPG Chevy.
Yellow.
David Malukas, the HMD Dale Coyne car, comes to a stop.
Looks like extras to the carousel as the full course caution comes out.
I'm pretty sure just for this race, I had to build an
Day,
entire
lap 24. How many laps of
different
caution
car
will this be?
because
Does it open up the final, or sorry, second to last stop
they
for all
usually
these
feel on
cars.
that side, as you can see, but
Yellow flag pit
the
stops
way
are underway, and
America's
Alex
pit is, we
Malone
have
comes
to
in and
put
will
fuel on
just
the other
barely beat
side.
Joseph Newgarden out. Then it's Colton Herta coming out third. Keep in mind, the top 8 before that had not done their mandatory stint on the alternate red sidewalled Firestones. Some of those maybe with an advantage that have primaries the rest of the way.
The yellow line
Scott
was
Dixon,
blend
he
line.
pitted
I
from
think we
ninth.
should make the
All
blend line a
took
little
Shell
longer,
Fuel
red
as well.
America,
Dylan.
especially for any
Colton
car.
Herta lost the lead, and he sort of half stalled. The car chugged when he went to take off from the pit box. That may have been all that he needed to lose a couple spots and fall back to third.
Let's go back to racing. Look at Palou on the inside.
You know.
Going on the attack, trying to clear Jack Harvey. He knows Newgarden and Herta are coming.
It's important to clear Jack Harvey, but at the same time, it gave him a slow launch off the last corner. Does that
I had a
allow
good
Joseph
chance
Newgarden
to
to use this draft off the 30 of Jack Harvey? There he is. He's behind Palou.
Enjoying Ferrari for strategy.
Oh my goodness.
And that's not a
Hold
good
on,
thing.
Hold on.
Pulling a
Turn
Ferrari,
one, Road America.
it's not a
This
good
is lively
thing.
enough as it is, and Newgarden's lost a spot.
Jack Harvey goes wide, trying to defend against Alex Palou. Side by side, that's Scott McLaughlin on the inside of Harvey now. Devlin DiFrancesco side by side with one of the Meyer-Shank cars.
I mean,
on board here with Rosenquist.
see, I love besides wheel-to-wheel racing, as long as you don't make heavy contact or contact and force someone off the track.
Got a spectacular restart.
You hear Rosenquist all over the rev limiter as Joseph Newgarden's defending against Scott McLaughlin.
Look who's going to get a spot. Scotty D up another position, now just behind Newgarden.
Scott Dixon on Scott McLaughlin. This is Renus VK on Devlin DiFrancesco, who's forced out into the grass.
Oh, we've seen that so many times already today, and it probably won't be the last.
I mean, I don't know
prediction from NTT.
why
Armstrong's
allowing
coming in quick,
people just to voice out for the track was allowed.
To try to help make those Reds last that full 14 laps.
Will Power would need a bunch of luck on yellows to make it home from that pit stop window. So we think Herta is the effective leader on this strategy, and there you see him leading Palou and O'Ward.
So this is NTT. It's like Amazon Web Services for IndyCar, which we're talking about F1. Well, we're talking about through tweets because that's mostly watching this racing, you know.
Kevin Lee standing by.
You know, FOM. Ah, you showed nice. You showed us stuff. Bad.
Yes, he still would have gone to the back, but been able to maintain touch with
I
the
got
rest
the
of
wrong
field.
Mercedes
The
car
advantage
with
they will have is
podium.
they go to their alternate Firestones. They only need to make them
I'm gonna
last
start picking
10
Checo
to 11
second.
laps. So he might be able to pick up some pace during this last little run. And Will Power is going to go to alternates. He does.
Will Power was way off sequence.
For Will Power, but he's also shortened that stint. He's been well off strategy since starting in the back, diving in early, couldn't get the full fill on their second stop. So I think this is stop number 6 now for Will Power, is just trying to salvage some points. Shell Fuel, Firestones, and back out.
I'm watching Colton Herta hang on right here. You see his team laid out on pit lane, but boy, 15 laps to go at the line. I would think you'd want to put Colton Herta one more lap based on the balance I'm seeing on board. It doesn't look bad at all.
But think about it. You'd rather do it now than under yellow. So if he goes in now, then everyone else is exposed if they don't come with him, and the race off pit lane could be a little more treacherous from where he is.
He'll come in, but this puts you in a little bit of a fuel window. So if it stays green, then for everybody else to run a little bit longer, they're in a better fuel situation. Coming to pit lane with Dylan.
Yeah, I don't understand the
Scott Harder,
strategy
the
at
said,
all.
We're frustrated
It
with our
was
results this year. We need to win this race. Alternates coming off
New
for
Day,
Colton
by the way.
Herta. Last set
It was
of
a
sticker
horrible
primary Firestones
decision.
going on. Shell fuel in. We'll see where Herta blends in, Kevin.
As someone said I want for this course, it has been pulled to Ferrari, and I completely agree with that. Made it pulled Ferrari, which is not good.
Also, we're going to see others in just a moment. Those that just came in,
Ferrari and
the
Weck.
advantage that they would have if it
Ferrari
goes
at
yellow
F1.
before everyone pits, they can cycle through. And with that danger zone, everyone is going to come in with the next lap or so. Rosenquist gets out just ahead of Lundgaard.
Simon Pagenaud gets released from the Meyer Shank
Like-
team in the Sirius XM Auto Nation car. So Alex Palou didn't pit, nor did Pato Award.
Alex
Joseph
in one
Newgarden and
spot.
Scott Dixon, they're all still to
Not
make their
outright
last
about that
stop
after
in this
this
Soncio
highlight
Grand
reel.
Prix here at Road America.
And I know there's the risk
We
of
have
the
the
yellow
go-kart
coming out,
track?
James, but I like the call
At
here
Road
from
America?
Palou, Award, Newgarden, Dixon. It puts
I don't know how I
Colton
missed
Herta
that.
in a situation where he's got to save a little gas to make that work. I think it's going to be
Now I'm
straight up
curious.
pace to
Let's
the
not talk
finish.
about it.
That would
Let's
be
not
my
talk about it.
gamble. If I was a betting man, I'd bet on green to the end.
And you got to do something different, right? As we see maybe another issue here for Romain Grosjean in turn 3, but you've got to do something different if you're those drivers. And we talked at the top of the show, Palou's so good at taking care of tires. If he's just been babying those reds, he's in a really good spot. So let's take a look back at what happened with Romain Grosjean out of the pits. Simon Pagenaud, he
This looks like a
fires it
repeat
way
of what
wide.
happened before break, except he just didn't launch the car like last time.
And then this is down at turn 3.
Yeah, I thought they had a
Oh,
go-kart
man.
track.
It's been a day.
I think that's one
to
thing
begin
Mid-Ohio could
for
add.
Romain Grosjean.
He wants this race to
go-kart
end
track.
so badly.
All right, here we go. So we saw Herta up front pit. Now here come all the chasers, and we're going to watch eagerly, Kevin, as to where they come out in relation to Colton Herta.
So top 2 on the track right now. Alex Palou, Pato Award coming in, but
I still
we'll
don't
be watching
understand.
Colton Herta on track in the blend. The advantageous pit location. There's Award. He's closer to the
Why,
middle. Palou is all the way at pit out. Joseph Newgarden
We decided to
is coming
hit
along
Herta so
as
early.
well. And there's an empty spot for Newgarden. He's going to have a clean exit. Palou
And he
to
was
race up.
using
Newgarden,
push to
where's
pass.
Herta?
Here he comes at speed, and it's going to be into turn 1 between the Spaniard and the Californian.
How like that?
I
And
definitely
Colton
think
Herta
they need to make
stays
that a
ahead.
solid
This is going to
pit
get
out
sketchy here, guys.
up until the dart line
boy.
ends.
Lundgaard gets pushed way wide.
And that's
That was
why.
super sketchy.
Rossi defending very
So-
aggressively against Felix Rosenquist and trying to avoid Lundgaard coming back on the track as now Marcus Ericsson has a huge run on the 6.
Ericsson goes to the outside. Rosenquist giving him a little bit of squeeze, but leaving him room. The advantage, though, should be Rosenquist to the inside.
And I'll
but
be
he's on
vlogging at
full
Mid-Ohio,
tires just like
so
Ericsson.
The countrymen. Do they come
The
together?
vlog.
No, they don't. They give themselves some room. And look, here comes
and I'll
Scott
edit that
McLaughlin
here on
up the
stream, but it'll be
inside.
on my other YouTube. Yes,
This
I
is
run
some
2
great
YouTubes. I
defensive
wanted to
driving
keep
from
my vlogs
Alexander
and
Rossi
content
at
separate.
the front of this train, the blue and orange car.
So-
He is having to do everything to keep these cars behind on cold tires. Now that he's made it to the carousel, though, Townsend, I think he's in good shape.
He should be. Temperature building, especially with the track temp at 116 degrees. As Callum Ilot's off, there goes Hunter Ray around.
As on the exit of 6, great job from Hunter Ray to avoid him and keep it on the track through that fast kink in 7.
12
Colton
laps to
Herta's
go.
push to pass go. Just a little while ago, it was all 200 seconds. He's used a lot of that button on the in lap, the out
I
lap.
was just going to say that in and out lap would have been everything. I bet they just used a ton. Dylan.
That was it, the outlaps. They told him when he left the pit box, we need a mega outlap here. So I think that's where it all went. Colton was trying
Yeah,
to
you
use
noticed
it all up
earlier,
there
you
to make
saw
sure
the
he stayed
free
the
green
lead.
lights
Hey,
out, it's
Dylan,
push
question
pass
on fuel mileage
activated.
for Colton Herta. He did pit a lap earlier than Palou and Newgarden and Award. Are they coaching him up on fuel saving to make it to the end, or do they think they're good?
I haven't heard them coaching him necessarily. I did heard them say this is the number that we need. Now every team, of course, has different lingo of what those numbers mean and how they translate, but I did hear them say this is the number we need. When we get there, we're good. So I'm sure there is some saving going on right now in the 26.
Let's listen. Oh yeah, big coast phase there in the Canada corner. So they'll be giving that information to Alex Palou, saying you are in a much better fuel situation than Colton Herta. He's burned a lot of push to pass. Keep digging for the number 10, and they'll have a shot down the stretch.
9 laps to go.
And it is on for the win of
Like-
this race with just 9 laps to go.
Will Power comes to pit lane. This is the battle for the win. James, I
It
said
was
it
just
earlier.
so weird
I
that
didn't think
they
it was a great idea to bring in Colton a lap before and stretch the fuel to the finish. We're starting to see Alex Palou really press as Colton Herta
Maybe I would focus at Mid-Ohio, but we have a 4-point.
Take a look at this spy cam we had from the number 10 stand. Little audio about push to pass.
Overtake in front, 32, behind, 47, no pressure behind, 2.4 back.
Now pressure at the front, though, as Palou presses forward.
And there he does it on the outside.
We have 8-mile track. You could obviously burn a lot more fuel.
In the lead of the Soncio Grand Prix.
Beautiful stuff.
If you pit a lap earlier before.
He's a sit and duck at this point. Now, Colton Herta's attention turns immediately to what's behind him. He's going to have to deal with Newgarden, Ward, and Dixon at the finish of this thing. For Palou, this is perfect. Let Herta mess with the guys behind, head down, 6.5 more laps.
You know,
win again at Road America.
Newgarden gets a run on Herta.
Yeah,
Honda really doesn't have to get an engine, so basically like Palou's going to run like a championship, but one sour engine.
That's a long way to go. 6 laps around the 4-mile monster
And
that is Road America.
we have a whole new
There are more
championship.
coming.
Why am I
There's more
dropping?
lining
I
up.
apologize.
At this point, if you're Colton Herta,
But,
you're just thinking, why? How are we in this situation? Why don't these guys have to save fuel? And it just comes down to that one-lap difference.
I apologize for
four-mile racetrack.
A little bit of a late start.
And it's a massive amount of fuel difference pitting a lap earlier.
Here's a replay of Will Power in the Verizon Chevy. What happened through the kink?
I think Will Power's just ready to get to Mid-Ohio. He has one there before.
What an incredible save. I mean,
especially that last snap. That looked like Simon Pagenaud last year here. That big old bump off track.
But seriously, I say for at least we win Pagenaud's race at
the inside, and we'll take over 3rd place from Colton Herta.
Shocking. Colton Herta's going to have a trouble finishing in the top 5 as Scott Dixon's going to pass him going to turn 3.
Dylan.
Well, hey, we see Pato Award on the move. Keep in mind the day he's had. Got hit by Kirkwood on turn 1, lap 1, fell to 7.
But the fact that Armstrong only got 1 spot penalty for unsafe release
then
is
they've been
hilarious.
battling that rear bar issue where the car isn't handling exactly as they wanted
it should be an end-of-line penalty or a drive-through penalty.
In Detroit, they just wanted to come here
and obviously under
green. They've had 2
green.
DNFs in a row, so a finish in the top 3 is certainly just what the doctor ordered to kind of right the ship for Pato here.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's lots of oils right now, but hey, we need to do it, or else cars were scared to scatter all over the track.
The carousel.
Wow. That's a big off. Look at all the rocks and dirt that he just brought back onto the track.
Right on line. That's a great save, though. We saw Pato Award go off there in practice this morning in warm-up. Let's have a look at it here.
Oh, boy.
Pretty late in the corner. Just keeping it off the wall.
We've talked about it all weekend. Carousel kind of works like an oval track corner this weekend with that new asphalt. You get just a little bit offline, and you're chasing it right up the tracks.
So
right,
yeah.
There's the white flag. 4 miles to go for the American Legion Honda of Alex Palou.
There's Newgarden, O'Ward, and Dixon just seems to be pressing pretty hard now. Does Dixon make a move?
He used a lot of that push to pass just then up
Dixon
the
had
front straight,
36 seconds left at his point.
Down turn 5. This is 3.
So
get ready for the big downhill run.
This is a fight for a last podium spot.
Through those medium speed corners. This looks like another good run, James.
These tires are long in their life. Both drivers are going to be all over the push to pass button.
Award's still pretty conservative on that, so they've got plenty in the bank, but they're running out of points on the track to capitalize on it.
They probably can't just drain it because they're still needing a little bit of saving as we see the number 11 Marcus Armstrong off in the carousel.
And that's about where Dixon and O'Ward
can't blame Armstrong for a safe release. It's Vitage's job to look, make sure no cars are coming.
Just getting going again. There comes Palou. Oh boy, Armstrong's not in a great spot right there. Whoa! Right at the entrance of the kink with his teammate in the lead. That was close.
That's going to be talked about in the Monday morning meeting, no doubt.
You bet.
But Palou got away with it.
Well, you see on this car,
we had a good battle for a podium, so I don't know why they kept showing this.
Ask, are you okay? It's to help veteran suicide prevention. Well, to use those very words, Alex Palou is the one. He is the one in this 2023 IndyCar season. He is the one here at Road America. And Alex Palou wins again. Back-to-back races. He wins the Soncio Grand Prix.
Thank you, bud.
If I wanted to see this, I would watch F1.
We have marveled at your perseverance through whatever the situation is, and in this case, it was a crash in practice to come back with a car that you really hadn't driven. How did you survive this weekend and get it back to victory lane?
It's been an amazing weekend, honestly. We started with a lot of speed.
I think I'm in Ohio for victory.
But, it was amazing. They had
This is
only
always
an hour
around
and a
4th of
half to
July now.
rebuild all the car.
They should
We were back
have
on track, and it was
Ohio
even
shipper
better
play blue
than on
confetti.
practice too. So I'm super happy.
Like
they gave
Texas
me the
has
pit
Texas
stop,
ship
they gave us
confetti.
the win
We
as
should do
well.
Ohio
So,
ship confetti.
yeah, cannot thank them enough. It was an amazing day for the number 10 American Legion Ganassi car, and we're gonna keep it going.
Watch the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio, Sunday, July 2nd
I'll be there.
at 1:30 p.m. on USA.
On USA
Network.
because, you know, people, because for some reason people still watch NASCAR over an Indy car. All right. You know what? Let's just say Max won. Really not much to talk about. There. But yeah. Let's move on to future predictions portion where I try to predict the future. I don't know why it always defaults to Arial font. I say FCC wins 2-0 against Toronto. If they win 1-2 versus DC United. I say that because, you know, we put home team first in soccer, which confuses a lot of people who are new to the sport. And NASCAR. I think Jolie got, oh, it's gonna win. And now Bray is on the train of Jay. Yeah, but that was gonna be a little bit shorter. And short it was. Because it really nothing really happened in the F1 race. So excuse me. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. God bless. I still believe that Jesus is Lord. And I'll see you tomorrow where we edit my 2023 Indianapolis 500 vlog. Oh, hey, you got a VTuber. Cool. I'm gonna get a VTube of Cam for when I stream at my grandma's for cause my mom needs to come in the room. Well, I don't think she might be on camera. Sometimes she doesn't. like me on camera, and that's fine. But anyways, remember to donate if you can. If not, I totally understand. The economy is rough. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!